Hey y'all, it's Jessica with PT for Everyone, and today I want to talk a little bit about grab bars. So most of the time you use grab bars in your shower or your bathroom area. That's usually where you're going to install them the most. So you have several different types of grab bars. You have the ones that suction cup to the wall, and then you actually have ones that you can firmly plant to the wall, such as like screw in, nail in, etc. One thing you want to make sure is you think about where you want to place these in your bathroom or wherever you have them, because you don't want them to be too far away from where you really want them. You don't want them to actually get in the way either. You want them to be in a space where they're actually useful and helpful. So you may have to kind of think about and actually kind of place and try them out before you firmly plant them where they're going to be. So let's talk about a few different types. So this type here is going to be the least expensive and easiest one that you're going to be able to find. You can find these for like a 2-pack anywhere between like $7 to $9. So again, really inexpensive, and they're really easy to use. Most of the time you're going to use these in a shower because this isn't going to suction cup usually to wood or sheetrock or anything like that. So these are going to be used in the shower. And all you simply do is you suction cup it to the wall, you clamp down the little clamps, and it holds. However, these are not super sturdy. Most of them do not have a super high weight limit. So you don't want to use this to pull from or to push with. Mainly use these for like stability and balance, okay? Now another option for you that's still on the suction cup side is this. These are construction grade suction cup handles and handlebars. These are the things that you see people when they're moving like big pieces of tile, big pieces of granite, or large pieces of glass, things like that. They use these right here. So what the positive of this is it's a higher weight limit. Some of these go up to like 300 and 400 pounds. Some of them, if you're using two at the same time, go up to like 800 and 900 pounds. So again, you have a higher weight limit. However, these are a little bit more expensive. I've seen them range on Amazon and in like Lowe's and places like that from anywhere between 50 to 60 bucks all the way up to like 100 and even 120. You also have to be careful with these because some of them aren't super easy to use and actually come with like a manual on how to properly use them. Some of them have like pneumatic devices that you have to make sure that you have the proper pressure in order to make sure that it's actually calibrated and it's going to stick and it's going to hold. So may not be the easiest thing to install. However, if you do get it installed and get it installed properly, it does give you a little safer, better option than those cheaper ones. And of course, in my opinion, the safest to use are going to be these metal grab bars here. These you actually screw in, or some cases you may actually nail into the wall. What you want to make sure with these is you actually put them into a stud or something sturdy. You don't want to have these just in the sheetrock or just into, wherever they are in the shower, because once you pull on them, they're going to pull out. So you want to make sure that they're in something secure. One thing with these is a lot of times you have to have somebody come help you, unless you're really handy yourself, actually install these, especially if you're going to install these in your shower. You have to be super aware about where your water lines are. Make sure there's no like electricity or any wires running behind the wall. So you have to be kind of finicky about where you put these. But 9 times out of 10, once these are screwed in and once they are done, they are there. That's the beauty about these. And you can put these literally anywhere. Put these, say, right next to your commode. Say your bathroom vanity has a wall right next to your toilet. You can install one of these grab bars and use it to push up to help you get up off of the toilet and have it there for your hand to hold to help lower yourself off of the toilet. I have a lot of patients that put these on the wall across from where their toilet is, so they can actually have something to grab and pull up on to help them get off of the toilet. Same thing as in the shower. You can actually put these like outside of the shower, so you have something to hold on to while you're stepping in and out of the shower, so you're just that much safer. But the biggest safety thing that I tell all of my patients and anybody that uses any type of grab bar, whether it's a suction cup grab bar or whether it's a metal one that you're screwing into the wall, unless you're using it for stability and you're not really putting a whole lot of weight through it, always, always, always do a pull or a tug test before you go to use it fully. For instance, say I have one across from my toilet and I want to use it to help pull me up off of the toilet. Every single time before I use it, I want to reach and I want to give it a good tug, a good shake to make sure that it's secure. Because the last thing I want to happen is go to grab it and pull myself up, get halfway off of the commode, it come out of the wall, and it and me both end up back on the commode, and I risk either missing the commode or falling off of the commode and possibly hurting myself. So always do a tug test. Like I said, whether it's a suction cup or whether it's screwed into the wall, it doesn't matter. If it was secure the last time you used it, make sure it's secure this time that you use it as well. Because again, at the end of the day, all we want to make sure of is that we are safe and that we're using products that are going to help keep us safe. I will end with this, and this may make a few people upset, but I work in home health, okay? I work with people who have limited incomes, limited budgets. I also work with a lot of people who have limited assistance and help, okay? At the end of the day, if all you can afford and all you can do is a cheap, inexpensive, easy to install, easy to use suction cup handlebar, if that's all you can afford, if that's all that you are able to use, then use it. If that's what's going to make you safe in your home, in your bathroom, then use it. Just be sure that you are as safe as possible. And again, before every single time you use it, you give it a tug test, you give it a pull. And as soon as you have an opportunity to do something a little bit different to improve your safety, then do that. But again, I may make a few people a little angry by saying that, but you have to do what you have to do depending on your circumstances. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, or if you have questions about anything else, let me know. Also, let me know what you want our next video to be about. If you like today's video and you want to follow along for more, hit that subscribe button. Until then, I'll see you guys on the next one. Be good. Later, taters. Bye.